Hello everyone, this is 717K Tarot. Like, share, and follow. Support my YouTube and TikTok. Get to 1K subscribers. Doing live stream today for all 12 zodiac signs, Aries all the way to Pisces. It's called The Universe Calls. Just kind of, we're going to see what the universe have for you. Messages for all of our lovely signs. Nothing specific. It's just more or less what exactly you're needing to hear today if you find this video as you find it. Alright, so we're gonna begin with Aries. Aries, what does the universe have for Aries? What does the universe want to tell Aries? What does the universe want to tell Aries? So the universe is recognizing that you're starting to see things for what it is. It's kind of like if you were in your head about things, having some sort of illusions when it comes to like what someone said. It's almost like coming to terms of what that actually means. It's almost like no more making excuses for what someone says. You know, it's like someone says like, oh, I can't make it. You're gonna be like, oh, he or she is probably like busy, but really like it's telling you with all the signs that you've seen, oh, she actually really didn't want to go. So it's kind of like, why are you, it's almost like your own belief system, your own way of thinking of things, and those excuses that you make for the person because of how you feel about them is creating these scenarios that's where it's like it's no longer true until like this person perhaps like literally broke your heart, and this time to yourself is like making you realize all the red flags, all the signs essentially that was already given to you. That's kind of like what it's saying. Six of Wands. It looks like you're getting ready. There's something significant about your hair. There's something significant about your hair, Aries. You could have like long, very long hair. What is the Six of Wands? Yeah. There's a sense of like, okay, no more fighting with my head. I don't know why I was so much in the dark about this. It's almost like you're wanting to cover up your face and like, okay, if your person doesn't want to go out this weekend, it's like you're not gonna go out this weekend. So there's just a sense of you like waiting around for a person who doesn't really see your value. And it's like, okay, you know what? I know I'm this baddie. I'm gonna go out there. I'm just waiting for myself to really think about, I don't know, like, it's almost like seeing things for reality. That's the Aries that I'm getting for. Any messages from Aries' person? I know that I crossed the line with you. So essentially we're talking to an Aries who's finally seeing the ways of someone and no longer making, you know, illusions, scenarios, and really seeing things for how a person is literally showing up right in front of you. So that's what I have for you, Aries. This is just kind of like a confirmation that, you know, I feel like you're ready to like be so over it and go on your glow up, because that's what I'm getting. Something to do with your hair. You're going to be changing it. I don't know if you went from brunette to blonde, but and then I don't know if like you like to do braids and then all of a sudden you just let it flow. That's what I'm getting. All right, moving on to Taurus. If you guys find yourself here, please like, share, and follow. Appreciate it. Moving on to Taurus. What does the universe have for you? What messages do we have? Nothing specific. it's just literally the universe recognizing where you are, who you are. Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? Taurus. You pulled the Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Something feels very cosmic about this. Like, I don't know if you guys see his face. He's just like, and then she's like, There's something yummy about both of you. And you guys are like literally recognizing both of them. There's a sense of like, the Queen of Cups here, whoever this is, you could be dealing with the water sign. There's a sense of like, I have this water for you, and I'm acknowledging you. I'm acknowledging you. And you're like, and I'm the knight in shining armor. I have the protection for you. So you guys are just literally like eyeing each other. There's a sense of like, it's not lust, but it's like, it definitely can go there. But there's a sense of like yummy factor to you guys' chemistry. Tell me more. This is really cute. Because that's all that I'm getting. Okay, Taurus. I feel like without this person, there's a lot of, I don't know why I want to say like game playing. Yeah. Game playing. What does that have to do with this? You pulled the Empress, the Three of Cups, Five of Wands. Tell me about the Empress. Okay, so what's the Five of Wands? Sorry guys, I'm just like clarifying this. What's the Three of Cups? I see. The Magician. Okay, so it looks like you had manifested this Queen of Cups like some time ago, and I don't know, it could be weeks, could be months, but there's a sense of like you came in as a Knight of Swords. You see how like he's very much guarded, he's not really like showing his face, whereas like now you're like open, see my side profile, look how good I look. And it's like, why would you want to use a sword to someone so delicate? I feel like this person showed up as like an empress, like right off the bat, like you just knew their value and what they can be. It looks like you met this person at a time you were like dating other people with the Three of Cups here, but something came up where you could be in your head thinking like this person has like a lot of options with the Five of Wands here. I mean, you can't blame them, they're an empress, but what's the Five of Wands though? What's the Five of Wands? High Priestess, yeah. The Wheel of Fortune, yeah. I feel like it's kind of like saying, in the books of a man, or in the books of a lady, I feel like this is a man though, in the books of a man, if a woman shows up like this, there must be something happening in the background. There must be a bunch of people vying for their attention. And so you kind of like self-sabotage this connection. I feel like they gave and gave and gave, but you did not really recognize it. So there could be something significant about like 3 occasions where like it keeps happening and then it keeps breaking apart, keeps happening, keeps breaking apart. But this time around, it's like you're changing up your approach to Knight of Pentacles, something a little bit more solid. I feel like it had to take some like time to really think about like, okay, page 34. If this didn't go right, then it must be page 70. Like, something about you is very like strategic and logical. But this person's gonna pretty much amp up their their energy as well. It's kind of like if they went from like Three of Cups, like, okay, I see like every angles of you and I cannot get through you. I can't. So there's a sense that this person could have given up because you were just not budging. It's almost like you showed disinterest. But yeah. Sorry guys, I got distracted. What is this? What is this? Okay. Okay. Messages from your person, Taurus. I'm becoming a better person. So many things remind me of you. I want to be more than friends. Yeah. Wow. I feel like this person is like out of your league, at least in your eyes. But it looks like you're trying hard to kind of like get their attention and also try to, I feel like the message of like I'm becoming a better person is more or less on your side than it is like your person. But that's what the universe have for you, Taurus. So we're gonna move on to Gemini. All right, Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? What does the universe want to tell Gemini? Gemini. So you pulled the Hierophant. Gemini. Six of Pentacles. And the Ten of Wands. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a Gemini that's very much focused on their investments. It could be like, you know, like paying bills, school, work, just responsibilities of like the daily. And it's like, okay, how am I going to balance this out? It's like you're in the state of like governing everything around you. I feel like I'm talking to a Gemini who lives on their own. Like this is not someone who like lives with parents right now. Like it doesn't matter the age, but there's a sense of like you governing everything around you. Tell me more. The Star. Temperance. Okay. Hi, Angelica. Hello, everyone. This is Hi. Like, share, and follow if you guys find me here. We're on Gemini. So I feel like right now you are in a phase of like healing. It could just be like self-care. Like you could be like taking a nice bath. I don't know if you're going to get like a massage, but there's a sense of like rejuvenating yourself after like a long month of just work. That's Gemini right now. Okay, what else for Gemini, universe? Yeah, Nine of Wands. Okay, so we're talking to a Gemini who, thanks, Macy. We're talking to Gemini right now who just feels very depleted and just wants to be like alone, private, like taking the time to like eat a chocolate, taking the time to really like scrub their skin. Like it's like if you and your friends are gonna go to like a public, let's say, bathhouse, it's like you want to be in like, what do you call those things, like the steam room, but like be by yourself. Like that's what I'm getting. Like you want to be alone even though you're in a place, an event where like there's a lot of people. Tell me more. What's Gemini going through? Knight of Wands. I see. So I feel like you've made a lot of like decisions that you are now regretting. This kind of tells me very significantly about the same Gemini week shorts that I did, where essentially like you've planned things in advance, but it's like you were once excited about those plans, but it's like now you don't want to do it. You know what I mean? It's like when you go to the grocery stores thinking like, oh, I want to make spaghetti, but as soon as you get to the grocery store, it's like, I'm not hungry. Like, I don't even want spaghetti. I want, I don't know, not spaghetti. That's what I'm getting. So you're kind of like taking the time to yourself to really get to know your body. You could be like looking at your body, working out, eating healthier, just getting in tune with yourself. Because I feel like there's a sense of like you losing yourself. Like, do you guys see this? This Knight of Wands is someone who's like fiery, even though it's like a very positive card in my eyes. They take like very impulsive actions without like grounding it, you know? It could be very flighty. It's like one minute you're like super in, and then next thing you know you're like super out. But like whatever this plan that you did, you cannot back out. So it's like you're in it. And then now that you're realizing, okay, time has passed, it's like as soon as like you took out your like mask, it's like, oh my gosh, like I aged. I aged. What's going on? Like, have I not been focusing on my health? Have I, like, where's this wrinkle coming from? And so you're starting to kind of like look back on, okay, I need to trace my tracks and go back to, you know, my basics, uptake my protein, etc. All right. Messages for Gemini. The timing just wasn't right for us. Okay, yeah. So it looks like there's some time separation, but it looks like you were busy, they were busy. I just feel like I'm getting a Gemini who's like super emotionally unavailable because you're just so caught up in like so many things. Busy, busy. All right. Moving on to Cancer. Cancer. Let's see what we have for you guys. Cancer. Messages for Cancer. If you guys find yourself in the comments or in the chat, comment your zodiac sign. I would love to know. I would love to know, and hit that like. Also share and follow. Okay. Cancer. Messages for Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? What does the message have for you? The message. What does the universe have for you, Cancer? Knight of Pentacles. Who got this? Knight of Pentacles. Who got the Knight of Pentacles? Taurus did. Okay, okay. Okay, this is getting somewhere. So you got the Devil and the Seven of Pentacles. Alright. So, okay. Wait, let me clarify the Devil. Okay. How does Cancer feel about the Knight of Pentacles? What is the Knight of Pentacles? Okay, yeah. This very much is very similar to like Taurus. So, Taurus, okay, Cancer. Whether you're dealing with literally a Taurus or an Earth sign or somebody who embodies that sign, or whoever it is that you're dealing with, they are changing their approach. Back then, they tried 3 times. It looks like there's... It's like in your watch, they have 6 tries. In their watch, they feel like I only have 5. I already spent 3 of them. What do I do with these 2 truths that I have? This person is like really wanting to like reconcile with you with the 6 of Cups here. They're changing their approach because I don't know, they see you as like almost like they're twin, but like not their twin. But it's like it's almost like an inseparable sort of bond that you guys have. And it's magnetizing both of you with the Devil. I feel like if you guys are apart, it hurts. And when you guys are together, it's like everything that society deems as like taboo is present here. But it's like, how can something so wrong feel so right? And so here you are on the other hand, Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. It's like, okay, I didn't like your first move, I'm gonna go away. So there could have been like a disconnect. And then now it's like, okay, I know that I have these, so I know I have a lot to offer. And I feel like if this person's really for me, they will match my energy. And I feel like even though you guys are apart, it's very much felt. Hence, this person is like realizing, okay, I think this is what this person needs. This is what my twin needs. It's crazy. Because like, you see how like there's two guys here? And then there's like two guys here? And then there's like, I feel like you guys have past lives connection with the devil here. There's a sense of like a contract of like being made so you guys can learn spiritual lessons together. Zooplus, yes, it is a tarot reading. We are currently on Cancer. Please like this video and follow if you haven't. Okay, messages for Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? I'm starting to understand our connection. What did I say? What did I say? I want you. Yeah, yeah, there's something indescribable. Thanks, Zoplis. Thanks for the amazing coincidence. And you're a Cancer. Perfect. This is meant for you. All right. So yeah, your person wants you. You guys have a spiritual connection together. There's some tandomness going on here, and okay, what can Cancer expect moving forward? Nine of Wands. I feel like everything's in divine timing. This is very okay. Huh? Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Interesting. So that was like my room heater, and it's never like made that sound. So it's actually really interesting. What is that about? The Moon, 10 of Cups. Wait a minute. You guys pulled 10 of Cups and the Moon. This is what's to come up, by the way. Wow. Okay. So for your energy, Cancer, you pulled nine of Wands, and then there's here 7 of Wands. I feel like if you guys are apart, know that you can trust this union. You can trust this connection, because I feel like if you're battling like inner demons, inner things you have to kind of like heal, or like people around you, they're doing the same thing. They're doing the exact same thing. There could be an age difference here. I didn't even know this existed. There's 10 of Pentacles literally right here, and then 10 of Cups. What the heck? Cancer, this is beautiful. Okay, I'm like gobsmacked, and I'm not even British. Okay, yeah. It's okay, it's crazy to say, but it looks like in the past, your person could have been, I don't know, there's like an age difference. There's a dog present here. One could be a lot older, one could be younger, but you know, with like babies, they're very knowledgeable, even though they can't speak. And then elderlies, they're also very knowledgeable, but their own sense. So it's like, This is very divinely guided, and when it's time, it's almost like very much like the heater. It's like it's just gonna, you're just gonna know. You're gonna hear it. You both are gonna hear it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. That is so beautiful. You pulled the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Moon. You both are already dreaming and knowing about this. Ah, that's so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, we're moving on to... Exactly. You'll know that heat when you feel it. Yeah, it's crazy. Whoa, that is insane. That is insane. This video is gonna be available later. This is live, so I just gotta kind of keep going. Where are we now? Otherwise, I'll lose my sense of thought. We're moving on to Leo. Moving on to Leo. Any belief in the existence of realities beyond perceptual or intellectual apprehension, directly accessible by intuition. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. All right. Yeah, this is like my first time on live, so I don't really know like what to do. So I'm just gonna like keep going. Okay, Leo. Leo, what do we have for Leo? What does the universe have for Leo? You got the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Someone's name could be Matt. Leo. You pulled Five of Wands. What else? What's the Five of Wands? Five of Wands, clarified by the world. What is the Wheel of Fortune? Page of Pentacles. Interesting. What is the Five of Wands? Sorry guys, I'm like just clarifying here. What is the Five of Wands? Five of Wands. What's the Five of Wands for Leo? Okay, we're doing a do-over. So, okay, Leo, this feels like, what do you call this? It's not a game, but it feels like a game. I do like how you're looking at it from the perspective of a game without the like actual game of like manipulation. There's a sense of like whatever you're doing with life, you are like, if you fail, you're hitting reset button. And it's like, you know what? Another day is another morning is another opportunity to make things right. I love your attitude. Another morning is another opportunity to make things right. Leo, that's Leo. That is Leo. All right. Cool, cool, cool. You could be building something, Leo. You could be building a fortress. I know I'm getting that. I don't know if you're actually like playing games with others, but there's a sense of like building like fortress. I don't know what that is. Or you're putting like a curtain up, or this is you putting like wreath up for like Christmas, but I'm not really getting that, but it's like that action of like putting stuff up. All right, you got the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Universe, what do you have for Leo? Five of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting, there was some sort of, wait, what is the Five of Wands? What is Leo trying to get here? What was Leo trying to achieve? Why did it fail? Why did it fail for Leo? I see. So, okay. So it looks like we're talking to a Leo who was connected to someone, and because you showed up as like holding back information, although you were very interested, it's almost like you had nothing to offer. And so you wanted to give, it's almost like I'm getting a Leo who's like a shy boy. It's like you came across as like, I'm Leo, I'm here, I'm confident. But it's like you couldn't show up in the way that you wanted to. And it's like you're kind of like crying over it. Like I'm just seeing a Leo like this. Like, ugh, why couldn't I just show up like like a more like manly self? You had to show up like a bachelor or something. There's a sense of that. What is Leo realizing? Yeah, you're realizing that you're putting a front, that your confidence is coming from your bank account more than who you are as a person. You know, like it's kind of like one of those things where like, okay, yeah, I can afford like Louis Vuitton. I'm gonna wear Louis Vuitton. But people like you for your Louis Vuitton. But if you took out that Louis Vuitton, do they still like you? Like, who is Leo just for like your overall essence and body? Like, do they like your mind? Do they like your heart? Do you put your heart out there? Do you put your mind out there? You know, those are the things that people don't like to put out there. It's like they can show off all the things that they can acquire with money, but they can't like wear their heart on their sleeves as often as they wear like Louis Vuitton on their sleeves. I don't know why I'm getting that, but there's a sense of like hiding behind materialistic things. That's what you're figuring out. I do energy channeling with in tandem with tarot. Okay, I left when I saw you with someone. So yeah, there's a sense of regret. My life is not as together as it seems. So there's a sense that, yeah, it's like you put up a front and it's kind of like you missed your chance sort of thing. And you're kind of like regretting it because what is Leo realizing? You have toxic waste. that's really it. But you're figuring it out. But it looks like, you know, you're very hopeful, you're very positive. Again, Leo, another morning is another opportunity to make things right. So I feel like you're going to take another shot when you do see this person. All right, moving on to Virgo. We're moving on to Virgo. All right. And then towards another person, you won't hold that facade. Exactly. It's like, okay, so I'm vegetarian, and it's like, what do you call this? I actually don't know where I'm going with this, but it's really sweet when people like take me out to like places that is more accustomed to like my diet restrictions, but at the same time it's like I'm not, it really depends on the kind of vegan or vegetarian you are. Sometimes people are very like, you know, strict about it. But yeah, I think it really just comes down to like compromising, really. Like, I honestly could go to like a Greek place with someone, you know, there's meat there, but it's like, I'll eat the Greek fries. Like if you met a man you'd really try to impress, would you fake it and take a bite? Or tell him and some won't? Exactly, exactly. I feel like if you really, really, really like intensely like a person, there's a sense of like breaking some sort of like values and morals that you have just to get that validation from that person. And I think if you do find yourself in that position, it's not good, it's not healthy, because if they can't see who you are and you can't act who you are in front of them, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. All right, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? What does the universe have to say for Virgo? Virgo. All right, Virgo. There's something significant about 2021. You got Ace of Cups, King of Swords. 2021. What is it now? 2025. So what's that, like 4 years ago? What's the Ace of Cups? Ten of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. What does that mean? Interesting. Okay, so I'm getting, okay, so for Virgo, I'm getting the movie called Prince of Egypt. So essentially, the gist of it, or like at least the introduction, it's about like the kingdom of Egypt was like wreaking havoc in the communities of like people who are more not of class. They were referred to as slaves, so they were kind of like ruining, you know, their way of living. There was a mom there with two kids, a boy and a girl, and then she had a baby, and they were fleeing so that way they don't get, I don't know, punished or taken to jail or something for just being poor. And so the mom didn't know what to do, so the mom placed the baby in a basket and then have it afloat in the river. Now his older sister watched where the basket like pretty much ends up going, and the baby in the basket ends up being received in the front doors of like the princess of Egypt or like the queen of Egypt. And so they took the baby, and then the prince of Egypt, sorry, the baby in the basket was pretty much adopted. Yeah, and so this peasant baby is actually now like part of the royal kingdom, along with his like older brother, who's like the actual sons of the king and queen of Egypt. That's what I'm getting. Like, you've been adopted into a wealthy family. You're an adopted person. And it's almost like you're finding this out. You're finding this out. Like something came into play. I don't know if like, I don't know if like the older sibling came to you that you did not know was your older sibling. And like said like, we're actually like brothers, or like, no, can't be. There's a sense of that. Interesting. What is the King of Swords? I don't know why I'm getting that. Justice. I feel like you're on your way to kind of like find and seek the truth, the origin of everything. What else for Virgo? Queen of Cups. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. Ooh, King of Cups. Okay, so it looks like you're eyeing someone in particular. I feel like they are of different caliber. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is very much like Prince of Egypt. Okay, how do I explain this? Okay, bear with me, guys. So, okay. So the Prince of, so the baby, I wish I know his name. So the baby in the basket grew up with his older royal sibling. The royal sibling became the prince of Egypt, and he became some sort of like psychic, like, you know, like, I don't know, like appointed to like building things. And when the prince of Egypt was coronated, the palace decided to give, or yeah, give him a gift, and the gift was like a rebellious woman. And the Prince of Egypt was like, not for me. Because I'm appointing you to this position, brother, I'm gonna give this woman to you. She's yours now. But it's like you guys are both of like different caliber. So this person is showing up as like Queen of Cups, you know, like very humble about nature, like very caring, but at the same time, like you cannot mess with this person. And then you're showing up as like King of Swords, like educated, stern, I do not touch bacteria, um, sort of thing. Like you get advice from like people of like high positions, like you don't go out there and like explore things for yourself, sort of thing, if that makes sense. Yeah. And it's like you took a liking of this person. And when you took a liking of this person, you're starting to understand the origins of your ways. Of your ways. What is, so essentially you're learning how to love. You're learning how to be human. You're learning how to come down from your own heavens down to like the humble earth. Taste the water, you know, sort of thing. Yeah, yeah. It's like you're working from the ground up. I feel like you never had to really like lift so much of your finger. There's a sense of you're more of an intellectual than you are like of service, making things. It's like if you can spend money buying someone jewelry, it's like you've never thought of um, like making your own jewelry, or like gifting someone with your own creative twist by making them, like you making it by hand essentially. Like you've never done that. I'm just getting a Virgo with fragile hands. Okay. Message for Virgo. This is actually very cute. It says, I wish I had treated you better. I feel you leaving me behind. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Aw. Yeah. So I feel like when you did not know this person, there was a lot of like indifferences or just differences between you both. And now that you're kind of coming into knowing your own origin of who you are, you don't even have to be adopted. But there's a sense of like you finding out like just because you came into wealth, it's kind of like you almost like debunking your origins of like your mom and your dad and how like they weren't that like wealthy to begin with. Like let's say they were farmers or like much lower class than that, but they worked hard enough to get you to where you're at, where you are the privileged one. And so it's kind of like arrogance gets humbled. Yeah. It's like, how can you not like this person? You didn't understand why you like this person, but at the same time, it's like, it has lived within you. How can you hate your parents when you're like, they're like that? You know, it's like things like that. It's really interesting. It's such a, it's like a humbling life lesson I'm getting for Virgo. All right. Enough of that. That was a long story. Moving on to Libra. Moving on to Libra. Moving on to Libra. All right, Libra. Wow, we're already 44 minutes in. All right, Libra, what do we have for Libra? What does the universe want to tell Libra? Wheel of Fortune. 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 I don't know why I can't say that. Fortune. Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Libra. Six of Wands. All right. Okay. Tell me more. There's something significant about Tropical Island. I'm just getting like hibiscus. Hibiscus flowers. If you guys find yourself here, please like and follow. We're on Libra now. What does the universe want to tell Libra? The strength. What is the strength? 10 of Cups. Well, why are you looking swords, Libra? Ace of Wands. I'm getting a Libra who's like wanting to communicate some sort of truth or is waiting for some sort of truth. What's the Six of Wands? Yeah, you are waiting for some sort of truth coming from someone who was probably very much defensive. I feel like you see life with this person. You could have a pet. There's something significant about your boob. I don't know why I'm getting that. Also, your hair looks really beautiful, Libra. That's what I'm getting. It's like, if your hair looks beautiful, your pet's hair is also beautiful. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. What do we have for Libra? The Judgment. What is Libra waiting on? What kind of communication is this? The World. Okay, I feel like you're wanting some sort of new beginning with someone, and you're just kind of waiting for like divine timing. There's a sense of like you feeling, you're having like a, how do I explain this? Like there was a vibe in this connection that you just cannot shake off, and it's like it's almost like you have a knowing that no matter what happens, it's always gonna come back stronger. But you're showing up as the more knowledgeable one, and they just have to come to terms to finding that leadershipness within them. It's giving me Titanic. Like Rose is older, Jack is younger. Jack is a little bit more like can be seen as foolish, but there's so much wisdom to Jack. Where Jack went through a lot of hardships, but at the same time he can meet and speak with people of higher class tables, and appreciate the value of things, and also recognize like the pain of Rose. Like this person really sees you, Libra, and I feel like you like that about them because they take out this like wild side in you that you would never have taken. And it's like, if it's the end of the world, would you rather have structure or would you rather have fun? You know, how do you want to live your life, Libra? Those are the things that the universe wants you to kind of like contemplate. How do you want to live your life? What do you want to experience? There's like something exhilarating about breaking into cars and making out inside of it. There's something thrilling about feeling the rain with someone who also likes the rain. There's, you know, I feel like you could have like two options. One could be very, very proper, where like the rain, no, you don't deserve that, Libra. Stay indoors and wear these fine silk clothing. And then the other person is like, rain is a part of us. Like, let's go out and have fun. This is the only storm you're gonna like really bask in the middle of the ocean. Otherwise, you'll be in the city like taking in rains. Like, who wants that? It's one of those like really like great memories that you're gonna make. And it's like, even though it's fleeting, let's just say, because you know Jack and Rose doesn't really last very long in this scenario, but it's literally they took over the whole movie. So it's one of those things where like when you're with this person, time just stops, and everything, every second is experience. Mm, 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 mm. I like this. I like this. Tropical. Yeah, there's something significant about tropical. Tropical island. Because I'm just seeing rainbows, sunsets, hibiscus. What is this? Message from your person, Libra. I wish I could share my good news with you. I couldn't let you get close to me. I see. Yeah, so I feel like your person was handling some things prior, hence the way, but I feel like you already know that, just kind of like the previous message. Last message is for Libra. Last message is for Libra. The Magician. Yeah, this person is manifesting you. You guys are manifesting each other. Well, more like you're manifesting them, but in like the right way. It's almost like the universe heard your prayers. The universe heard, even if you didn't really like pray or ask for anything, the universe sees your heart and what you need, not what you want. So in reality, someone could present you exactly what you want, but there will be a moment in time where it will be interfered and like shaken up by someone who's gonna give you everything you need. That feels so wrong, but it's just so right. I got this message for someone. Everything's so wrong feels so right. Who's that? Who is that? You guys let me know in the comments. Now I have to go through all this video. Okay, we're moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio. All right. Hi, Rigert Minar from South Africa. Hello. Like and follow. Like and follow, turn your notifications on. I do these lives every Thursdays. And then I do shorts Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Aries. Amazing. Aries was one of the first one I did, so just turn back to that. This live stream will be saved, so it'll always be in the live section of my page. All right. Moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio, what does the universe want to tell you? What does the universe want to tell Scorpio? I'm getting salsa. Salsa. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. I'm getting a song in my head, but it's like not coming out. Huh. So you got the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles. Very much in your power, Scorpio. But what is the Ten of Pentacles? Judgment. What is the Judgment? What is the Judgment for Scorpio? Seven of Cups. I'm just getting, you're the crocodile. You're the crocodile. Okay, have you guys seen those videos online where like, it was like a baby crocodile and then a baby frog. And then someone is just pouring water on the frog and the frog just like turns away from it. It's like it doesn't want the water. But then as soon as like the water was like put on the baby reptile, it's just like, it's just like basking in the water. And essentially the message for that was, you'll know the people, places, and things that that values what you give back, because you're able to receive it and you'll feel it. It'll like nourish your soul like you're drinking water after a very parched season. So there's a sense of you unmasking. So if you had pretended to be a frog and did not care that someone's love, it's like, I'm avoiding this love, I'm avoiding this love. But it's like you're unmasking. It's like, I actually love, I bask in it. Why'd you pretend? I feel like as an emperor, there's a lot of things that you kind of like have to uphold, and you can't break You can't break character. That's the word. You can't break character as an emperor. It's like you can't be an emperor and like act all cutesy, you know? So I feel like you had to hide it. You had to hide it. But it's like, I cannot. I no longer can. This is so funny. Okay, what else for Scorpio? SCP. Like, share, and follow. Okay, if you guys find yourself here, like, share, and follow. Okay, Scorpio. What else for Scorpio? Yeah, no kidding. So you went from Emperor to the King of Cups. So essentially, you love. You love love. You just couldn't show it because you cannot break character. It says catachresis, a misuse of words for paradoxal something. Search that word if you guys know. It's significant. Why is Scorpio coming to this now? What is Scorpio realizing? Okay. What is Scorpio realizing? Okay, so Scorpio is realizing that someone means everything to them. That it's worth losing everything, even their life, to have this wonderful future with someone that they love. This is actually very cute. It's almost like you had like an epiphany about something or someone, that it's like, I don't need all of this. I don't need all of this. I can build this. I've done it before. I can do it again. I've known the feeling of going to like a different land, and I could do that again and restart in a whole new different land. And it's like, who do I want to spend that life with? Because I know I can make money. I know this. I'm a hard worker. I've done it before. I'll do it again. If I lose it, well, this time it'll be faster because I have someone beside me who can do the same thing as I can. So you're realizing who you want to be with. You're realizing who you are. I don't know why I want to put this on. Oh, this is cute. Okay. All right, Scorpio, I see you. Messages from your person, Scorpio. Something significant about a ring? I wish I had treated you better. What else for Scorpio? You came closer than anyone. I know that I crossed the line with you. Anything else for Scorpio? I left when I saw you with someone. All right, well, it looks like you're going to be fighting for this. Thank you. I love my piercings too. What can Scorpio expect? You're manifesting this person. You're wanting to give back to this person. You're wanting to communicate with this person. So whatever it takes, it looks like you're going to take your shot, shoot your shot, and communicate with this person. Yeah, you're thinking about it. 4 days? What's 4 days from now? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. What option are you weighing out? 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Boom. You guys, from a whole different deck. That's what I got. You're following your intuition. You're leaving everything behind so you can start this. Oh, who is this lucky lady? The Empress. Cute. What is this? 8 days. So what is 8 days from now? What is 8 days from now? 8 days from now. So today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So like after Christmas, somewhere around Christmas, the 27th, the 26th. Thank you. Thank you. So around that time, I guess. The lovers. Yep. Whoever's the lucky lady, expect some communication from a Scorpio after Christmas. Alright, moving on to Sagittarius. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, Sagittarius, what do we have for you? What does the universe want to tell Sagittarius? What does the universe want to tell Sagittarius? Let's see. Sagittarius, what does the universe have for you? Something is being illuminated. You got the Six of Pentacles, the Artist. What is the Artist? What is being illuminated? What's the Artist? Wow, everyone's just pulling the Empress. Who is this? What's the Six of Pentacles? Ooh. Something significant about a pig's nose. I don't know why I'm getting that. Let's do that again. But there's a sense of like seeing the difference between two people, if not two people, someone's past actions versus who they are today. Yeah, it's kind of like you may have seen someone darker before and now they're of light. The letter R could be significant. Universe's messages for Sagittarius. You got the Three of Wands. What else? Queen of Pentacles. All right, what is the Three of Wands? King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the full back of the deck. Okay, so you're after someone. You're after someone. You have made it a mission for yourself. There's a sense of like, let's start a new streak. Come back and start over today. Open the door, Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius to do here? There's a sense of feeling very optimistic. One could be very significant. The Hierophant. Are you suggesting some sort of marriage? Some sort of... What is this? The Well. Ooh. Okay. What is the Well? I feel like you're looking to have like a secret meeting with this person. Yeah. You're looking to have a secret meeting with this person. It's not really a secret meeting, but there's a sense of like you and this person are gonna go someplace where only you two really like go to, if that makes sense. So it's like if you guys go to a specific park where it's just both of you, or like a park where it's just you and them alone. There's a sense of like you both knowing where this place is. What is to come, Sagittarius? You're pretty much looking to explain to hello hackers. You're essentially looking to explain and unload things to this person about the journey that you had to go through in order to become the King of Pentacles, or like be grounded in yourself. Tell me more. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you could have had like some sort of insecurities when it comes to financial, so you couldn't pursue this person. There's a sense of like putting them on a pedestal, but you didn't feel worthy. Now that you're kind of like standing in your power, there's a sense of like wanting to come back to this person and explain why you were pretty much MIA. Why the Well? There's some sort of illusion that happened. Yeah, King of Wands. Okay, yeah, there's some sort of illusion that happened here. Why is the King of Wands here, the World. Okay, so it looks like there's a friend around you, Sagittarius, that painted the picture. Or like in, you know, like those mirrors in like grocery stores where like you could see yourself, but in the back, it's like the managers are watching. So essentially, there's a friend around you that wanted you to see a different picture of this person. But they were actually the Empress, if that makes any sense. But they made it it's like they made this person out to be a different, like they're not all that, if that makes sense. So if you're seeing this person in a new light, whoever this lady or man is, it's like the illusion's gone. This person was a liar, your friend, whoever that is. And it's like now you're like wanting to take a leap and like talk to this person about everything that has happened. And then there's a sense of feeling fear and nervousness because time has passed. A lot of time has passed. Yeah. And it's like whoever Sagittarius is dealing with, they know that this person is going to give them this like this face. Like, you better be telling the truth. Okay, what is the message here for Sagittarius from the person? I want to feel that way again. We need to let each other go. Anything else? You speak to me through music and I bury myself in order to forget you. Yeah. So I feel like this memory still kind of haunts you. But it's like you're only coming to find it now. Why is that significant here though? That's what I'm like not understanding. It's kind of like the universe is making you look at the abundance that you've acquired and if it's really worth it. Is it like, did you acquire this money because it was out of love and passion, or did you acquire this money because of sweat and tears? There's something significant about that and why it's worth it and why it's not worth it that you're kind of contemplating. Was it worth turning down? Was the money worth turning down the person that you loved? For what? That's kind of like what you're asking yourself. Was it worth it? If you're asking yourself, it probably wasn't. Hello, Infinity Clips. Like this video, please, and follow. Like and follow. Like and follow. All right, so we're gonna be moving on to Capricorn. All right, what does the universe have for you? Message from the universe. Universe to Capricorn. Universe to Capricorn. You got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups. What else? The Two of Cups. Thank you. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, what do we have for Capricorn? Three of Cups. What's the Three of Cups? What's the Three of Cups? The Well. What is Two of Cups for Capricorn? Page of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting that you have decided. Infinity Clips, where are you from? Ugh. Also, if you guys find yourself here, put on your zodiac sign. I would love to know. Thank you. Thank you. I like my hair too. Capricorn. So there's a sense that you've decided on who the person you're wanting to embark in. Okay, what about this? Yeah, the Fool. It's like clear. What are you finding out about the Three of Cups? Okay, I feel like whoever these three people is, whoever these three people are that is vying for your attention, is, it's kind of like they're being lured to your illusions. Like, it's like you don't really care for them. And it's almost like one of those things where like they don't want to see, they don't want to hear or see what you're saying. And it's like if you're turning them down to a point, you're like being direct about it, but they're still like not taking it as a no. They're taking no. They're not taking no for an answer. You're just kind of like getting away from it. And you know what? It's like I can't do anything about it. I'm still going after my person. I'm going after my person. Yeah. Why is this here though? The Wheel of Fortune. What is Capricorn being shown? What is Capricorn being shown? The power of the High Priestess. What is Capricorn being shown? The truth. Why is the King of Wands here? I feel like the universe is kind of Capricorn. This is very similar to like Virgo's reading, like similar vibes. There's a sense of like bringing you back to like your inner child, and how to, you know, when like you get like a DNA test, when you get a DNA test and then you realize you're not really that ethnicity or something. There's a sense of that, but that's just like an example of it. But whoever you're dealing with, it's kind of like showing you who you really are at the core of your heart. And at the core of your heart, you're this pure and innocent man until, you know, the world had made you jaded, kind of thing. That is what the universe is kind of showing you. What else? Yeah. I feel like like, whatever's happening between the feeling that you have for this person, it just defies logic is what I'm getting. And it's like, you cannot make sense of it unless you just really like dip your foot in the water and like experience this person for who they are without judgment. That is what I'm getting for you. Very clear. What message from your person? We need to let each other go. I hide behind material things. I want to tell you how I feel. You are the best thing in my life. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I feel like this person made you feel a different sense of life, like exhilarating, like feeling exhilarate. I don't know why I can't speak. Like feeling excited about daily things without doing like exhilarating things, if that makes sense. I just feel like whoever this person is brought light, brought colors to your world. Sunshine is very significant. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. Okay. Moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. What does the universe have for you? Message from the universe. Messages for Aquarius. You got the sun. What else? The artist. Okay. What is the sun? What is the sun? There's something to do with like fire or like something that has heat. But I just see like someone kind of like using the sun to kind of like engrave something on like a wood plaque. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna eat a chocolate. Much needed. That's what I'm getting. Why do I feel so depleted? Okay, wow. That was making sense. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. I really needed that chocolate. Okay. So there's a sense of you wanting to show the light in someone's work. So I don't know if like you're strategizing a plan on how to make someone's work grow. Is that weird? Is that necessary? But it's like they already know their worth. I feel like you're doing this for yourself. You're showing up here as a star, the emperor, the Nine of Wands. It's kind of like, what is that complex where it's like you're like this big person, but like inside you're like insecure and tiny. There's a sense of that. I feel like whoever this is, the sun, is illuminating something about what they're doing in their life. And you watching them with like a snooty face, like, that's what I'm getting. It's making you see something very different, and how it's almost like you're finding your wings again. You're finding your 111 when I said that. You're finding your inspiration. It's almost like this person became your muse. There's a sense of you like, I don't know if you're drawing trees again. There's a sense of that. There's something about taking notes with tree. I feel like you and your friends is like learning a massive deal watching this person. It's like, oh, oh, this is how it is. This is how life works. Interesting. So essentially you find, I don't know why there was a lot of pause and pause and stuff when you're reading Aquarius. But there's a sense of like really taking in, basking in, seeing someone's worth and value, their moves. And there's a lot of like learning from it. Messages from your person. Just being near you is intoxicating. I left when I saw you with someone. I don't react when people mention you. I wish I had treated you better. So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. Any outcome from this? Hey guys, if you find yourself here, please like, share, and follow. Really appreciate it. Infinity Eclipse, what was the question? I feel like this is going to make you realize the mask that you've been putting, the front that you've been putting, Aquarius. Watching this person is going to allow you to look within and see the beauty that you see in them, in you, by looking within. That is what I have for you, and it's gonna flip your world upside down. That's what I'm getting. All right, last but not least, Pisces. Pisces, what does the universe have for you? Wow, this is a really long video, you guys. I had fun though. All right, Pisces. What does the universe have for Pisces? Pisces, the universe wants to tell you, 10 of Wands. What else? Page of Wands. I'm just getting, I'm going on a new adventure. I'm going on a new adventure. Letting my hair down and going on a new adventure. Where is Pisces going? You don't even know yet. I feel like you're contemplating where this is. You could have like 4 places in mind, one being like a favorite. What does the universe want to tell Pisces? 4 of Pentacles. You're not alone. You're not alone in this journey, Pisces. What else? Yeah. I feel like I'm getting a Pisces who's like very much overworked or like working so hard, but feels like nothing is being appreciated, nothing is being acknowledged, nothing's being nothing. That's what I'm getting. I feel like the universe wants you to be alone, wants you to be in your head, wants you to think, wants you to meditate. Why? They need you to see the value in someone. Because I feel like the universe is communicating with you, but it's like it's been so hard to pierce through you. So when they send you someone of like an example of what you can be, it's so hard for you to like grasp. What is this Queen of Cups? What is this Queen of Cups? High Priestess. They could be a seer. Ace of Swords. They speak their truth. What does Pisces have to do with this person? Death. Queen of Wands. Strength. Essentially, there is a spiritual lesson that you had to go through with this person, even though you're not with this person right now. And it has something to do with a sense of lack. So you're a water sign, right? You function from feelings. It's kind of like, how do you, if you're a man, let's just say, emotions is not something that men normally grew up with grasping. They have a different sense of emotions in comparison to women or animals. And so if you were to apply emotions in like your workspace, people would probably call that passion, right? But it's kind of like you're compartmentalizing passion, love, and work. Work is work. So it's gonna be very dry for like a water sign. But it's like if you're not passionate about work, but it's like you still have to work, like what do? You know? It's kind of giving me like if your parents were like an immigrant, and it's kind of like the mindset is if you didn't finish college or didn't go to law school or something like that, like you're pretty much at a dead end, like job scraping. Or you could be like having your own business and like wishing it works. And it definitely can, but is it one of those business that can get up to like corporate levels, or is it just going to be like a mom and pop shop kind of thing that just stays in with like a community and like that's it? In a way, it's still kind of like scraping by, right? And so the universe is kind of like showing you different ways to go about getting rid of this like lack mindset that you have. And I feel like a catalyst was like this person, whoever this person was, that you can achieve anything as long as you put your heart in it. Okay, messages from your person to Pisces, and we'll end it here. Just being near you is intoxicating. Ugh, there's so much cards. I want to tell you how I feel. Last one. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Yeah, so you didn't realize until then, and I don't think you were supposed to realize it until then because things had to play out. But that person had to come in your life for a specific reason. Now you're knowing it. So lessons are just like that in a sense. But it's kind of like, what do you do moving forward now that you know this lesson? Do you pity yourself, or do you move forward with more grace and strength, so you could, essentially using your lessons to better your life moving forward? That's really the messages. But that is what I have for everyone, Aries to Pisces. Stay tuned for next week's live stream for all signs every Thursdays. Until then, peace out, guys.